Hello, fellow YouTubers. This is Derek Duct Tape Man here. First, I'd like to say thank you for going on my channel, watch my videos. Now, this video here, I'm going to do a road trip, which these things are fun to do. But in this road trip, I'll show you what it is. As you can see, it's football. One of my favorite things to do is go to football games. One of my favorite sports. This is a high school football game team. So, that's what it is, football. Yes, it's football, like I said. But I want to see a high school football game. One team I like to see play every year, at least once. And that is outside of Catawissa, Pennsylvania. It's Southern Columbia. Very outstanding program they have. Well coached and everything. Year in, year out, they're very good. Very tough. Very hard to play up against. And this is a very small, one of the smallest schools in the state too. Yet they can beat anybody in high school football. And the players are disciplined and well coached. Southern Columbia had been to the past few years a total of 22 state title games. And they won 14 of them. So, right there it is. Southern Columbia Tigers. And they're playing the Central Columbia Blue Jays. Out of Bloomsburg. So, this is going to be a good game. So, looking forward to seeing it next stop. Hello, this is my first stop of my road trip. And right here is where I'm at here. Because what you need to make this kind of stop, you're doing a road trip. So, here's where I am. At a gas station here to get some gas. So, right here it is. That's where we are. You know, every road trip you need to get some gas. So, here's where I am. So, see you next location. Now, I think walking around here, you think that, you know, a lot of people have to figure out what the order of my interests are. I pray, hope and pray that everybody sees my number one interest is Jesus Christ and following him. But my other interests are hunting, sports, duct tape, and chess. So you have a hard time to figure out the order right there. But I hope people can see that my number one interest is Jesus Christ. And I could, not to brag, but I'm pretty sure people think that. But what's my number two, number three, or number four? I don't know. Usually it's like duct tape, chess, hunting, and sports. As I go here, seeing the Southern Columbia and Central Columbia play. Some say sports might be number two. But wherever I do it to glorify God, the Lord. So, right here it is. Right here's my Bible. And I'm going to show you some verses of Scripture. And I'll read them to you right now.
1 Corinthians 9:24. Know ye not that they which run in a race, all but one receiveth a prize? So run that ye may obtain. 1 Corinthians 9:25. And every man that has strived for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. Hebrews 12:1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Hebrews 12:2. Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. Hebrews 12:11. Now no chastening for the present seems to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceful fruits of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
Now I'm going to show you a short message here, short words here, give you some points. Now, from those verses of scripture I've read. One is that a lot of people think that God has no interest in sports. And to me, that is going way too far, because God used sports more like a race and illustrations. If God had no interest in sports, he would never have used it in illustrations. One is sports wrong in itself? Actually, no. What I say is, as long as you don't gamble, as long as you don't idolize a game or its players, as long as it doesn't take you away from your duties as with the church and family. And the last one is, as long as you act decently, whether you win, lose, or draw, nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Not wrong at all. My last point is, how does these teams get so good, like Southern Columbia? One is they practice, and two, they put discipline. That's what they do. You have to discipline yourselves. That's how they get so good. And that's the key right there. And that's how it is in life. You got to discipline yourself too. Live the Christian life. Make an impact. It takes discipline. Being able to go out and share the gospel that Jesus Christ died for their sins takes discipline to do. So that's the whole thing here. I'd like to thank you for letting me give these words to you. Now off to my next location. Here are my duct tape stuff I made for football. You can't go to a football game without football. You can't have a football game. So you need a football to play football. So here's my football. Here are flowers. I'm sure there are flowers at football games. I've seen, okay. But these are good. You use flowers for any occasion. Right there's a wallet. Yeah, you need your wallet because you need money. It costs money to get a ticket to get inside. You need a program to see what's going on. You get thirsty, so you need to buy a drink. You get hungry, you need to buy some food. So you need a wallet. Right here's a helmet. Yeah, you need a helmet. Players need a helmet. It's a hard contact sport. So you need a helmet. And plus, they're cheerleaders. So you need pom-poms. So here are your pom-poms. And the last but not least, definitely not least, you need recognition too, is your band. Right here is like a trumpet, instruments you play. And I guess these flags, I guess they're called color guard. So, very good. So, right there you got the football team, you got the cheerleaders, and the band. They're all important. So, now, here you go. I showed you some stuff here, messages and duct tape stuff. Now off to my next location in this road trip. I can show you this view here of a area you stop by. And right here it is, the view. Very cool. Now I'm off my next location here. So I'll show you where I'm at. Roybox Farms. As you see, people are coming in. I love stopping at this place. I always do when I go to Southern Columbia football games. I stop here. Let's go inside. As you can see, I'm inside Roybox Farm. They have stuff that you get at farms, like you can have. There's definitely food and stuff like that, and other gift items. Right there's a Christmas tree, so you can tell it's Christmas season coming up. So let's get inside here. Some treats. As you can see here, they got a lot of good treats here. Here are more items here. Here's what I'm looking for.
Oh, I see it.
So, pretzel treats. These are pretty good. Another landmark across the street from Roybox I always look at. These satellite dishes. They're right across the road from Roybox. So, it's always fascinating to see these things. Now these road trips, you get hungry. So, now it's time to get a stop bite to eat. So right here is where I chose my location at, and it's right here. Masters Country Fried Chicken and Chops. So right here it is. Let's go inside and see how it is. I placed my food order for chicken tenders. So I'm here waiting for my food to see how it goes. So, see you around. As you can see here, I'm at the location of tonight's contest with Southern Columbia Tigers hosting the Central Columbia Blue Jays. So people are now coming in. Food stands are open. I'll give you a view of right now what it's like. And here it is. A lot more people here. I can see here the cheerleaders, the football teams are here now on the field. Central Columbia Boom Band is here. So now you need a Southern Columbia band. So, you know, right here's the accomplishments that they have. Southern Columbia, they've always been a powerhouse. Although this year's team is not quite as good as they lost 2 games. But they're still pretty tough. They should still win a state championship playing schools of their size. Now they had a once-in-a-lifetime team, some areas. A team like this would be once in a lifetime to have a season like this. Well, Southern Columbia, you'll see season after season of like what should be once in a lifetime. Very tough teams, an amazing team. In fact, they have actually been known to beat schools twice their size by at least 50 or 60 points. They made, the past few decades, they made it to the state finals 22 times, and they won 14 of them. And their coach, Jim Roth, is the first coach, is one of the fewest coaches to make 500 wins. And he also is the quickest to do it. So a very talented coach, very talented teams here. So I'm guessing this should be a good game. My guess is it should be a good game. Closer than a lot of people think. So hopefully I'll have some good highlights for you.
Reagan takes it into the yard out. Central's on the board.
You got. As you can see here, the halftime score is 21-6 Southern over Central Columbia. It looks like it's going to be a tight game for the first half, but Jim Roth knows how to make adjustments. So let's see what the second half will do.
Pelosi takes it in for a score.
As you see here, the clock is winding down. Jim Roth made adjustments. Southern Columbia pulled ahead. It looks like the final score is going to be 54-12. So, overall, it's a good game. Southern did pretty decent. But they're not going to be quite as good as last few years, but they should be good enough to at least win a state championship at their level. So it looks like the final score is going to be Southern Columbia 54, Central Columbia 12. As the clock is winding down here.
Lorax on the carry that time.
So it looks like that was the last play here, just a run. They're not going to run any more plays.
That'll do it. Final score. Tigers 54, Blue Jays 12.
See, there's a final score. Southern Columbia 54, Central Columbia 12. Well, that was it for the game now. The game's over. Everyone's departing. Just give you some final thoughts. And yeah, it was overall a good game. The score would not show it. That's because Jim Roth made some good adjustments. And though, yeah, Southern Columbia is a good powerhouse. They had some good teams in the past, but this year's team is not quite as good as they were in the past. But I definitely still think they're good enough to win a state championship at their level. So all they got to do is make the playoffs, and the playoff team should be a lot easier than regular season games, which is ironic. Usually it's vice versa, but no, if you're a good team, you play everybody in your regular season much tougher. Playoffs becomes easier, so that's one reason why they always win if they make it. So I hope you've been blessed by this. This was God honoring. Try to always do it. So very thankful that I was able to do this road trip and you were watching. So I might make some few stops on the way. So home, so I might, to see how things are. So see you next place. This is my last stop for the road trip here. There's to get something to drink, that's it. So, like I said, thank you for joining me here. And thank you for watching. This is Derek Duct Tape Man saying don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, like, notifications to get more videos of me. This is Derek Duct Tape Man saying see you later. Goodbye.